What's going on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea and welcome to another episode of your previews for Chelsea vs Arsenal. Today we're going to be doing a combined 11. We've got Jack here who's going to be representing Chelsea as well as myself. And we've also brought in one of the Arsenal lot. We've got Robbie from Arsenal Fan TV. How are you doing, man?
On me. Ganged up.
Ganged up on you. You're in Chelsea's ends.
Yeah, I mean, you know what?
You comfortable here?
It's a little bit more peaceful at the moment, you know what I mean? But on match day.
Yeah, you're going to hear it on Saturday. We're confident for once.
I can't wait for the game, man. I'm really looking forward to it. It's such a... I was saying to Louis in the video we done together, the preview, it's such an intriguing clash because two new managers, two new stars. We just don't know what both managers are going to do. So it's
That's
going to be.
what I'm looking forward to. Both these sides are very new into their systems. They're both still trying to figure out. There's a little bit of holes in both sides. So I'm kind of feeling like it's going to be an interesting game. It's going to be high scoring, but I think we're both going to be going into this game confident, right?
After last week, it's hard to be overconfident. We haven't got a great record here in recent times, but I don't know. I get a feeling that, you know, you're going to see a performance from Arsenal. I like the intensity of the new manager, so it's going to be really interesting.
Same with Sarri, but we're diving off top. Let's go straight into this combined 11. Let's start with in goal, and goalkeeper's going to be a bit of a tricky one because we both have signed.
Check, innit?
I don't know. That's the thing, because Czech is very. He's on the decline with you guys, and with the two other goalkeepers, there's two goalkeepers that we haven't seen a lot of in pre-season, and we just haven't seen a lot of full stop. So I'm going to have to go in and be biased, and I'm going to have to say Kepa, but what about you?
Do you know what? I can't say Kepa because I've not really seen much of him. You know what I mean? I've heard of him. I couldn't believe the amount of money you paid for him.
Blame on Tebow.
Leno has got a great reputation, but then again, even pre-season, I didn't see much of Leno. He only played a couple of games. Czech was on pretty good form, but
a bit shaky moments.
I suppose, yeah, I'll give you Kepa because that price tag, he's got to be good for that amount of money, surely.
I hope so. Hopefully in the long term. Jack, what about you?
Personally, I'd say Rob Green. I think he's absolutely world class.
Yeah. What's that? I know one thing as backup goalkeepers goes. What is that all about, Rob Green?
Just, I haven't got an answer for it. I'm not going to lie.
It's got to be same as we did with Eduardo. For me, I think we bought a keeper to. Well, I know he's gone out. I think he's gone to the test now, Eduardo. But it seemed to be. It is a weird move, I'll tell you that. But maybe we're training up to be a goalkeeper coach or God knows what. But if I had to properly choose, I would probably say Kepa. I mean, I've seen him a little bit in the La Liga. He's a good shot stopper. He still needs a bit of work, but he's promising. He's very promising still.
Well, that's 3-0 for Kepa, so we'll stick with Kepa. Before we go any further,
70 million promise.
Before we go any further, what formation should we do? Because you guys are doing a 4-2-3-1 while we're doing a 4-3-3.
4-4-2.
4-4-2?
Yeah, that's
all right,
always easiest when you're doing these sort of things.
All right, let's go into right back then. There's probably going to be Azpilicueta versus Bellerin, and is there going to be an argument for this one?
No.
Perfect. Azpilicueta it is. Let's go straight into centre-backs then. Now, I would like to see one of Rudiger or Christensen in there. I'm not sure about Socrates because I have heard he can be very rash at times. Mustafi, we're not really going to have to talk much about him.
What, Socrates, yeah? I was quite impressed with him last week, right? He was, and from what I've seen of him, he's just a no-nonsense centre-half. He's just like a throwback, old-fashioned, no-nonsense, you ain't getting past me, centre-half. And I like him. I like what I see so far. I don't think he has to be in it. So I'd say him and Rudiger, in my opinion.
Him and Rudiger I'd go for, because Rudiger, he could be a very good defender in the next couple of years.
He's mobile. He scored a great goal against us in pre-season, a header. I'd go with that. Rudiger and Socrates, for me, that would be a decent combination.
Rudiger and Socrates?
Although, you know, just getting back on the right-back thing, even though I still will stick with Azpilicueta, but you know what, that Lichtsteiner as well. I like what I see of him as well. Again, no nonsense, good delivery. You know, I know he's knocking on a bit, but I like him. He might start in that game as well, but I'll give you Azpilicueta.
I think Azpilicueta is probably one of the best in the league where he plays, though. And Lichtsteiner ain't proven in the Prem yet. I'd say Azpilicueta is, though. So.
Yeah, I like Azpilicueta. I'll give you that.
All right, so we're going to go with Socrates and Rudiger in centre-back. Now, for left-back, I feel like I'm more willing to give you Kolasinac for that one. I think Kolasinac is a very good left-back, and plus...
He's injured at the moment, isn't he?
He is injured, but who are you guys going to be playing there? It's going to be Lichtsteiner at left-back, is it?
Or possibly Monreal. Monreal might be back. He had a great season last year, actually, Monreal. But you wouldn't go for Your guy? Yeah, what's his name?
Alonso.
Alonso's a great left wing back for me, but
He's
for me,
not
he
a
leaves
natural
too
left
much
back,
holes. There's so much space left behind him.
He's
sometimes.
definitely not a natural left back. He's more of a wing player, really. That's the thing, and that's why he excelled so much in the old formations with 3 at the back, I think. But we've seen it in the past 2 games. He looks a little bit shaky in the new formation.
I'm surprised you guys are saying that because he's a guy I rate. I always I kind of rate him, but if you guys are saying that, then maybe I'll go Monreal then, because Monreal's been a solid at left back last season. Obviously, he's been injured for the start of this season, but he was. I'd say for me, he was our most consistent performer last season. So I'd go Monreal.
All right, yeah, that sounds fine by me. We'll add Monreal in. Moving on to left mid, and this has got to be another one for us. There's no way Hazard makes it out of this squad.
Yeah, go on then.
There's no argument, is
No
there, really?
argument. Right, let's go straight into Hazard on the left. On the right, now I think we can have more of an argument here. Willian and Pedro, you can make an argument for them to start, but there's also inconsistencies with both those players we saw last season. You guys are Mkhitaryan, you can play that. I think Ozil can play on the right too, can't he?
Yeah. I'd more like have Ozil in the middle. I think I'd have to. I like Mkhitaryan, but he's still been very inconsistent as well. If I'm being honest, I'd say you deserve to have Willian there. I do rate him. Good player.
Jack, thoughts?
Do you know what? I'm on the fence with it, really, because I think Willian's still a great player. I don't want to see him leave Chelsea, but Mkhitaryan, I still think he's just got something about him. I like him, and I don't think he was utilised properly at United.
No, he wasn't. He's quality, but so far, listen, he's still a new player, and he hasn't settled in as quickly as Aubameyang. You can see his qualities there, but he's still not consistently shown it yet. But, he's got this whole season ahead of him, and that's why, I'm trying to be honest with this 11. That's why I'd say I put Willian there.
Willian or Mkhitaryan, your call.
I mean, it's got to be Willian, hasn't it? In the grand scheme of things.
All right, perfect. That's another Chelsea player we can add into centre mid now, and we're definitely going to have an argument here because I generally think it should be Kante and Jorginho. You?
Kante, I give you. Jorginho's had one decent game, hasn't he? He looks
one decent game. The whole of pre-season he was amazing, especially with his record for Napoli.
You've got to have the creativity in there of Ozil. Ozil's got to play.
What about the creativity of Jorginho?
No, Ozil, man. I mean, you've got Kante. If you know what, if we had Kante,
you could have.
Yeah, and we could have. And that's the thing that annoys it.
Hop in here to argue the point. You ready? Right. Here's what Jorginho. Here's what Jorginho goes in this team. Statistically, the best passer in Europe last year with 88% pass completion. There you go. I'm done.
He's bringing the facts.
Ozil consistently over the seasons of the Premier League that he's been here has been the best assister, passer in the Premier League, right? I don't think he was last year, obviously. He started off really well, he had a bit of a mixed season. But for me, Ozil and Kante. Jorginho's he could turn out to be absolutely wonderful, but he's just arrived, right? So I think he can't get in there yet. Ozil's got to be in there. If you want a creative team, with all those players that you said, we're going to combine 11, I'd have Ozil in there.
Can I throw something into the mixer? You look at Ozil's attitude. When it goes wrong, where is he? That's the thing I'd say, and I question his commitment when things go wrong.
A lot of that sometimes is to do with his body language, right? It's just the way he plays. You've got some people that, he doesn't run around. He's not John Terry, you know what I mean? He doesn't run around blood and guts and all that, but he just does what he does on the pitch. And it's just his body language. But he's not as that lazy player as what people think. And on his day, he's absolutely world class. And for me, he's got to be in there. I'll give you Kante. I didn't even think you needed Jorginho because you've got Kante. Now it's like, were you playing him?
Playing further forward, yeah. League ain't ready for when he learns how to finish.
It seems like a bit of a weird one for me. I mean, he had that little shank finish he did last week, but no, sorry. For me, Ozil has to be in there.
So do you want us to go 1-1?
Yeah, we'll give you this one.
All right, cool. We'll go Kante and Ozil in centre mid.
Oh, thank you so much.
But
thank you, Chelsea guys.
Yeah, you'll be happy with where we're going next because we're going to strikers.
Right.
Yeah.
And
strikers. Aubameyang has to be in there. We go to 4-4-2. Aubameyang and Lacazette.
Aubameyang has to be in there.
Although there is an argument for a Giroud in there.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put Morata in there because he hasn't hit it since he's come. I don't think Morata's terrible. I just think he's one of those guys who's arrived there. It's just hasn't happened for him. But I think there could be an argument for Giroud because sometimes playing off of a player, he's good.
Yeah.
Sometimes playing, I thought you said anything, but sometimes playing off as a player. But for me, Aubameyang, Lacazette, what a combination of strikers, goals there. It's got to be them two.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I agree with him.
I totally agree as well. I think Giroud has his positives, and he stated a little bit of legislatus when he went from you lot to us, I think. But it just
very effective player to bring off the bench. That's what he was for us.
But just the impact of Aubameyang and Lacazette, I just think it's clear to see, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
Much I hate to say, I'm going to have to get both of them. Let's go for one more. Let's go for managers. Now, Sarri or Emery?
Emery.
Emery. Why?
Because of his track record of winning trophies. He just won the treble in France before he came here. He also he's won the Europa League 3 years in a row. Sarri, great up-and-coming manager, but he hasn't won nothing yet. So.
Which is fair. He still has to have some trophies to his resume. What do you think?
Well, if we're going to go completely based on what I said before Sarri came, which I think is fair, I would go Emery. I hate to say it, but I just think he's got so much more experience, and the fact that he's actually been able to win things, you know what I mean. And Sarri,
I shouldn't have even said manager. What did I do to myself?
I mean, I love the idea of Sarri, but it's got. I think it. Realistically, it does have to be Emery.
Yeah, we're going to have to give it to Emery.
I like the way you lot fight to admit it. Yeah, look how I said it has to be a credit. I just said it straight off. But, yeah, no, listen, I think Sarri, I like his style of football. But it's a bit like with Pochettino. The jury's, until you win something, the jury's always out, isn't it? So
the trophies on the table.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, this is our combined 11. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with any of the names or any of the players that we've put in. Don't forget to like and subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Your social media links will be down in the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Arsenal Fan TV, but I'll be honest, you guys should probably already know about them. And yeah, AFTV, my bad.
You ever heard it? Have you seen in the newspapers? We've been forced to rebrand, which is bullshit, by the way. But no, it's AFTV. So yeah, please. If you want, subscribe. But listen, keep up the good work, boys. Looking forward to the game, man.
Looking forward to the game. Best of luck.
Cheers.
And we'll see you guys on Saturday.
Cheers.